Oh my God. For just a second, I thought that I was like live that whole time while I was like fucking with my background and stuff. Oh, I would have been embarrassing. Okay. Um, I'm an embarrassing person. So today I want to talk to you about how to get started because I get that question a lot. And this is one of the places where I depart from my esteemed colleague slash guru slash whatever you call a person that you learned a lot from. And that's Cole Robinson, the snake diet guy. Because what's up, Alondra? Because Cole says, uh, just cut everything in fast. Just cut everything and do a 72. Well, I don't do that. And one of the reasons why I think that I have value in this space is because unlike Cole, unlike Jason Fung, unlike a lot of the people out there talking about fasting and nutrition, keto and stuff, I actually was obese. And so I have this unique position where I did it. And I didn't just do it, but I did it from exactly the place that you might be at. And so I know that you can't, well, maybe you can, maybe some of you can, but I could not just cut everything in fast. Because what happens is the same thing that you are scared of, which is migraine, nausea, horrible hunger, getting dizzy, low blood sugar, feeling like you're going to pass out and die, all that stuff is likely to happen if you are an obese person with unstable blood sugars, with insulin resistance, you rely on glucose for energy, your metabolism is totally glucose metabolism, and you just cut everything and try to fast for 72 hours. The likely thing that will happen is that you will fail. You'll feel awful. You will have one or more whole combo pack of all those afflictions that I just described, and you'll be like, fasting doesn't work, and you'll quit. And some of this is confirmation bias. You want it to not work because it sounds really hard, and you're still looking for like the magic trick. Well, in a way, this is the magic trick in the sense that it works and you can become the incredible shrinking person, but you have to do it right. You have to do it the smart way. Don't try to be fucking He-Man, that's a really old reference, but don't try to be a superhero and just quit everything and start fasting because odds are that you're going to fail. So, how do you do it? What's the trick, Kristen? How do you go 96 hours without eating? How did you go from a person who had to eat every 6 hours to a person who could only eat once a week? You must be special and unique and have some trick that we don't have, or you have a willpower that we don't have, or you have something that we don't have. I don't. I just did it the right way. And the right way is get into ketosis. Get into ketosis. How do you do that? You stop eating carbs. It's so magical. It's so complicated. It's fucking not. It's easy as hell. Okay. So, first of all, let's see, what is ketosis? It sounds like some fancy science term. All it means when you're in ketosis, all it means is that you are burning fat instead of sugar. That is it. You are burning fat instead of sugar. It sounds really simple, and it is really simple, but it's actually a profound change. You become a different kind of machine. You are a machine that burned this fuel, and now you burn this fuel. Okay? So you went from burning glucose for energy to burning fat for energy. How do you do that? Well, you stop taking in glucose, basically. You stop taking in any food that metabolizes as glucose. So you cut carbs. That's it. The fastest, easiest way to do this is just go pure keto. Okay. A lot of people, when they say keto, what they really mean is just low carb and high fat. But what I mean when I say pure keto, the actual ketogenic diet means that you get about 85% of your calories from fat and about 15% from protein and then just like trace carbs. Okay. Now, If you were to just like drastically cut carbs, especially if you're eating a lot of carbs now, you would get into ketosis probably pretty easily and quickly, most of you. But if you want the shortcut and you want the most effective, easiest, simplest, I could write this down on a post-it way to do it, Spam, pickles, cream cheese. Why? Why those three things? Kristen, you fucking weirdo. Because if you look at a can of Spam and you do the math, it's pretty much about 85-15, maybe 80-20 fat to protein ratio. You add some fat, cream cheese. You could also add butter. You could add olive oil. You could add like keto mayo. Cream cheese is just good. So that's what I would do. That's what I did do. Pickles because you need the salt. When you're in ketosis, your kidneys dump a lot of electrolytes. You need extra sodium, extra potassium, extra magnesium. I'll do a whole separate video about that because I've actually struggled with some electrolyte issues lately. Got it worked out. Just wasn't taking in enough potassium. But I've been in ketosis for a long time. So you might not have to worry about that for a while unless you start fasting really hard. When you first switch from eating Cheetos and sandwiches and Hot Pockets and ramen, carbs, standard American diet, even if you're eating healthy carbs, even if you're eating granola and oatmeal and wheat bread, whatever. If you go from a glucose metabolism to a ketogenic metabolism to a fat metabolism, you're going to be really hungry at first because your body is like, excuse me, I need fucking glucose, please. That's what I run on. That's my fuel. Could you please put some glucose in me? Thank you so much. And you're going to be like, no, body, shut up. We're doing this now. I'm the boss of you. So when you do that, at first your body is like, it wants glucose so bad. You're going to be so hungry. So just feed it Spam and cream cheese. Or if you don't like Spam, you can do bacon. Or you can do like a lot of ground beef, but you have to add more fat because the fat to protein ratio is really important. We want you taking in a lot more fat than protein. And the reason for that is if you eat excess protein, your liver converts it to sugar. So you might as well keep eating carbs. So if you think that the key is just eat carnivore and eat as much meat as you want without paying attention to the protein and fat ratio, then you're wrong. And if you're one of those people who thinks you need to shove as much protein into your body as possible, then you're wrong. Your body is going to convert the excess to glucose. I'm so sorry to inform you of that. But that is why a lot of people stall on carnivore. Hi, I was pure, strict carnivore for the better part of 10 years. And I never got below 220 because I was overeating protein. Learn from my mistakes, ladies and gentlemen. Pause while I read Jimmy's comment. Good afternoon. I was 547. January 2020, I started carnivore, lost 200, but stalled after 2. What did I just say? So many people get gaslighted by the carnivore community. They're like, oh, you just need to eat more meat. That's not the answer. Fasting is the answer. Think about it. Just really think about it logically for a minute. Why do we store fat? From an evolutionary perspective, you're a primitive ancestor and you're jogging across the plains barefoot, pursuing the mammoth. Why would that person need to store fat? If you answered because sometimes there's not any food and you need an alternate fuel source, ding, 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 you are correct. So it's a really cool feature that we have that we can store fuel in our bodies. Oh, hey, thank you so much. I was starving and now I'm not. Gracias, inner thighs, for that fuel. Okay, the problem is that on Bet Anand, I will get to you in just a moment. So thank you for that evolutionary tool. The problem is that now we have, some would say, an energy surplus, but I would say even more so, what we have are these food-based products that break our metabolism at a cellular level. It's probably PUFA, polyunsaturated fatty acids, that make it happen. Seed oils, accompanied by these hyperpalatable addictive substances like anything made out of flour that enters your bloodstream super quick and gives you a dopamine hit and basically is addictive. So now we have all of these fattening things, and now we have all of this excess fat in our bodies. So what tool did evolution give us to get rid of it? Fasting, not counting calories. Okay, because we know, and this has been the subject of many videos and many posts and many discussions, that when you keep your eating frequency up, but you artificially lower your calories, what happens is that your body goes into starvation mode. Fasting does not put your body into starvation mode. It does not break or lower your basal metabolic rate the way that calorie restricted diets do. It's a totally different mechanism. Fasting is a unique physiological state. I've covered that in many, many videos, so I'm not going to exhaust it now when I'm trying to talk about how to do this. That's what I'm trying to stay on. If you have excess body fat, you should fast. That is the mechanism. That is what you were designed to do, to get rid of that excess body fat. You are to use it as fuel, which means stop taking in exogenous fuel. Okay? So step one, get into ketosis. Cut your carbs. Eat Spam and pickles and cream cheese. As the easiest, fastest way to get into ketosis. For the first few days, you're going to be ravenously hungry. I don't give a shit how much Spam you eat. Just eat. Just stay ketogenic. Just don't eat carbs. Your body wants carbs. You are the boss of your body. Say no. After a time, it could be a day, it could be a week. It depends on the person. You are going to start feeling less hungry. It's awesome. Okay. If you have keto strips, you can get them for like $7 or $8 on Amazon. You can be peeing on those a couple times a day to see when you enter ketosis, but rest assured, you'll feel it. If you want that extra feedback from the strip at the beginning, that's fine. You don't really need to keep peeing on the strips unless you just want to, because over time you will feel it in your body. You'll be like, holy shit, I'm in ketosis. Your mouth will feel kind of cottony. You'll have like a metallic taste and sort of like bad breath. Ketones. You will feel energetic. You will feel not hungry. The keto flu symptoms, if you have any, will go away. Now you can start fasting. Your body has learned how to burn this exogenous fat, this outside fat, the Spam and cream cheese. Your body has learned how to burn fat for fuel instead of glucose. Now you can burn your own fat. Fuck yeah. So start fasting. You don't have to go balls to the wall right out of the gate. Start eating for 8 hours a day. Okay? You start eating in the morning, 8 in the morning, you eat breakfast at 8, you eat dinner at 6. Boom. Then walk it back to 6 hours. Do each of these things a few times. Okay? Then go to 24. I'll never forget my first 24-hour fast. It was in January of 2020. I weighed about 270 something pounds, and I was like, I'm probably going to die. I would always eat a little something right before bed, which is like the worst thing you could do because I hated the feeling of going to bed hungry. So when I did my first 24-hour fast, I was like, oh my God, there's no way I'm going to be able to do this. But I was already in ketosis. I've been eating keto, so I knew that I could do it. And I did it, and I didn't die. And it was so energizing and so life-changing. It was this feeling of liberation from food. I don't need to eat constantly. My body can burn up all this fat. So I did a 48 and I didn't die. And I did a 72 and I didn't die. And so I did like 19 more 22s, 72s in a row. And it was dope. Okay. So if I could do this as a morbidly obese, hypertensive, hypothyroid, hypoglycemic person, you can do it. And you should do it. It's what you're supposed to do. That is not there for looks. Your body evolved to store it for fuel. If you want to get rid of it, use it for fuel. Do that by stopping eating. fast. And you can fast. You just need to get into ketosis, teach your body how to burn fat, and then it can burn your own fat painlessly. Do I have these in the wrong ears? I don't. Anyway, so I want to answer Ahmed's question right quickly. He says, how to break a plateau. Bro, it depends on a lot of factors. It depends on what you've been doing. If you're fasting, fast longer. If you're eating carbs when you refeed, eat fewer carbs when you refeed. If you're eating a lot of protein, eat less protein. If you're eating a lot of vegetables, eat fewer vegetables. Lean towards fatty meats. Eat the fat first until you're full, and then eat a little bit of the lean. If you're fasting, make sure that you're getting your electrolytes. It depends on a lot of factors. How tall are you? How old are you? How much do you weigh? What are your goals? A lot of things to consider. The key to breaking a plateau is going to be slightly different for everybody. So if you want to email me, my email is fastcarnivore@gmail.com, and let me know your situation and I can help you. I hope this has been helpful to those of you who think that you can't fast. If you have all of your major organs and they're all functioning pretty well, then you can fast. And if you have excess body fat, then you should fast. Okay. So again, fastcarnivore@gmail.com. If you need to email me with anything, a few little housekeeping things. Patreon.com/primal weight loss is where you can subscribe to exclusive content. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, if you're watching this on Facebook, youtube.com/primal weight loss. Please subscribe. My YouTube is growing and I'm moving most of my activity over to that platform. My Instagram is Carnivore Kristen. What else? I am working on expanding Primal Weight Loss as a weight loss company, and I have a lot of ideas and some goals, and I'll be talking about that more in the future. That's something that's kind of happening offline and in real life. But if you're interested in being a part of the startup team, I'm looking for people who have nutrition and/or business competencies and who are willing to donate a minimal amount of time to just give me some feedback. Please reach out to me because I'm still growing that team. I think that's it. Oh, I just posted a video on YouTube it's my before and after video. Please share it. I didn't realize that a lot of people who aren't on Facebook and who only know me from YouTube had no idea what I looked like before. So I was like, somebody was like, why don't you have a before and after video? And I was like, bro, I don't. So I made that. I kind of threw it together, but it's pretty cool. So please have a look at that and share it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.